4:30 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep, and so ergo here I am uploading a video or recording a video. No, I even wrote out like how to respond. It's like my little notebook. I found it in my bag, along with 2 passports. Because I'm just that cool. That one's mine. That one's not. Kim, hope your audition went well. It's a good movie. Not sure how it could be a stage play though. So very creative with that, I suppose. V, brilliant theme. Very, very good. Emily, I'm really looking for Alaska right now too. I am 38% of the way through, I think. 39% of the way through. And I feel kind of the same. Like, I don't think it's right for him to change his ideal. And the next book I'm going to read is The Hunger Games. So I'm glad there's someone who's excited about them. Andrew, I love that you're coming out of your shell. I think it just makes me so happy. Nate, hope you are all moved in and settled in your new pad. I hadn't written settled, look, I'd written selled. There it is. Selled in your new pad. Mary, Kindles for the win. Okay, on to books. I love romance books. I get lost in them. And then I have Will Grayson, looking for Alaska. The Help. Avalon Revisited, which is a steampunk novel. And The Wedding Gift, which is kind of like The Help, but not it's The Help, but set 50 years earlier, essentially. The book I wanted to tell you about, because it's brilliant, is QI, the Book of General Ignorance. And for those of you who don't know, QI is a TV show in the UK hosted by Stephen Fry, who is God in like the sense of he's not actually God, but yeah. He's brilliant and lovely and yeah, just amazing. So it's a show hosted by Stephen Fry, like a panel show, so he asks people questions, and one of the questions on here, and this is a book of those questions and explaining the answers to those questions. One of the ones in here was, how many wives did Henry VIII have? And I'll let you answer that in the comments. I want your answers and I will give the correct answer at some point. And then the other one I highlighted was, how well do you know the Swiss? And that's because I lived in Switzerland for 3 years. And so I found this quite interesting. So, how well do you know the Swiss? They eat Swiss rolls, they invented the cuckoo clock, and they have no army. Now, I personally know that 2 of those aren't true. So I read through this, and I know that they didn't invent the cuckoo clocks, the Germans did. And I know they do have an army because my ex-boyfriend was a part of it. So it says here, the Swiss are neutral, but they are not pacifists. Every Swiss man aged between 20 and 40 is in the Swiss national militia, which I call the militia because it just sounds a bit cooler. Militia, and keeps a rifle at home. If the Swiss had to fight a war, their army would be 500,000 strong. During the Second World War, the Swiss Air Force nonchalantly shot down both German and Allied aircraft. So, I thought that was quite interesting. Quite interesting, that's what QI generally stands for. Quite interesting. You get points for being quite interesting. Yeah, oh, and then, of course, my favoritist book. I love the Harry Potter books. I've read all of them far too many times. And then I actually like Twilight. I think it's a book and it gets kids into reading, so I really can't complain about it. Okay, brilliant. I'm gonna press the stop button now.